Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. Today I have another SPF review to share with you guys. Before I get into it, I do have my newest trusty little assistant in the room here with me today. Alfie is somewhere, probably in a corner. He just had another round of his puppy shots, so I'm just keeping an eye on him. So if you see just little black dog walking around, that's Alfie. Anyway, today we're doing another SPF review, and I'm a little tiny bit torn on this particular SPF because there's one claim that they make that just doesn't really work on my skin, and I kind of wonder if any of you have tried the product, if you have the same experience that I do. But overall, I actually really quite like this SPF, and as long as I am not doing one key thing while wearing it, I feel like it is fantastic protection. It feels great on the skin, and it's kind of a great SPF. Especially if you're looking for one with a higher SPF. This one has an SPF of 50. It's also water resistant. So if you need an SPF to take to the pool, the beach, the lake, the stream, I don't know, wherever you hang out around water, this might be one worth checking out. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about the MDSolarSciences Protect and Nourish Mineral Creme SPF 50. So this is sheer weightless protection and hydration enriched with antioxidants. It is dermatologist developed. It is a 100% mineral sunscreen, and it is broad spectrum SPF 50 with a water resistance of up to 80 minutes. So this little bad boy right here. I did receive this product through the Octoly website, so I applied to MDSolarSciences and asked if I could review the product, and they agreed. They sent it out free of charge, so I did not pay for this. However, Octoly does allow you to just give your honest opinion on products. So that's what I'm going to do here today, as always. Okay, so this particular SPF I was excited about because, once again, it is a cruelty-free option. It's a higher SPF. I was really intrigued by the fact that it was water resistant. So this could be something, if I do decide to ever get into a body of water, I would have a little bit of protection up to a certain amount of time before reapplying. And yeah, so let us read through the claims, which are on the box here. I'm surprised I kept this box because it arrived totally smashed. So this particular product is, they say that this is good for all skin types, including those of you who are acne or rosacea prone, including those of you who also have sensitive skin. So this just kind of covers a broad spectrum of people with lots of different conditions. And if you're lucky to have normal skin, fantastic for you. You are so fortunate. And if you have very oily skin, I'm happy to report that it also works on very oily skin. So this is dermatologist developed. It's, like I said, 100% mineral sunscreen. It's hypoallergenic. It won't clog your pores. It's oil-free, also paraben-free, oxybenzone-free, octinoxate-free, fragrance-free. There's no fragrance in this one. I know a lot of you really appreciate that. And most importantly of all, this product is free from animal testing. So they're cruelty-free, and they also happen to be vegan. And this particular sunscreen is reef safe. So all important things. They say that this is a sheer lightweight, words are hard right now. Slow it down. This sheer weightless broad spectrum formula goes on silky smooth with no white cast, packed with vitamin C and natural antioxidants that fight sun damage and free radical. Glides on quickly and effortlessly, leaving a beautiful matte finish, perfect on its own or as a makeup primer. This is the beef that I have. This does not work as a makeup primer for me at all. We'll talk about that here in a second. So just a little bit about the company. MDSolarSciences, the science of beautiful, healthy skin. Good for you, good for the planet, developed by dermatologists and made in small batches. We never use ingredients that harm our environment or people. It's simply the best SPF you'll always want to wear. So in here, besides obviously the SPF protection, you are also getting ingredients like vitamin C, green tea, which I love on my oily skin, pomegranate, as well as cranberry. This 1.7 fluid ounce size retails for, wait for it, I had them pulled up on the website here. It comes in 2 different sizes. This 1.7 ounce size is $38. Where is the price? I think it's $38. And these, sorry, it's 30. Oh, wow. They also have an option where you can subscribe and save 25%, making it $22.50. So if you really fall in love with it, might be good to just sign up for that subscribe and save option. They also have a 3.4 ounce size, which is only $39. And they also have a subscribe and save available for that. Again, 25% off. So kind of neat that they do that. Let's talk about the texture. They do have a tinted formula as well. I opted for the non-tinted version, just because sometimes I think tinted SPFs are, sometimes they're too dark for me. And so I have to do quite a bit to sort of color correct my face again. And I like to not do that if I can avoid it. I haven't tried their tinted, so I don't know what the tint is on that. Just letting you know. As far as the texture, it is that like creamy SPF texture. If you know what I'm talking about, like it almost feels heavier on the skin, but it's not. Like it's kind of strange. It does rub into the skin eventually, and you are left with a very matte, smooth texture to the skin. I will tell you, there is a slight, ever so slight silicone feel to this formula while it's really drying down and settling into the skin. But once it's on there, it is very much just a smooth texture. It really does sort of help to fill in pores in that way, but it's not difficult to remove. So at night with my double cleanse, very easy to get all the SPF off my face. I don't feel like I have gotten any clogged pores from this formula. Despite it having some silicones, I would prefer an SPF not have silicone in it, but I do understand that a lot of people like that textural feel of the silicone. It feels very smooth. You know, and certainly if you don't have crazy oily skin, you can get away with, I think, a lot more silicones. For me, if I'm not too careful, when my breakthrough afternoon oil comes up, it will sometimes lift SPF, makeup, all of the things, depending on how much is coming up, and it'll literally look like it's sliding off my face. I find that I do best with sunscreens that don't have several different types of silicones, and this one does have a couple. We have the dimethicone cross polymer, we have dimethicone, vinyl dimethicone cross polymer, polysilicone 15. So there's a few different types of silicones in here, just regular old dimethicone. So it definitely gives it a nice feel if you like that type of smooth silicone feel on your skin. I've told you guys it's not really a preference of mine, but this one actually does surprisingly well on my skin. But let me tell you what my beef is with the formula. By the way, the sunscreen in here is zinc oxide 17% and then titanium dioxide 2%. They do say that this does not cause a white cast. I don't notice a white cast or anything like that to my skin. I certainly don't notice it on my hand. I feel like both of my hands are the same color. Yeah, I don't think it changes the color of my skin at all, so that's kind of nice. I probably wouldn't even need the tinted version. But the makeup priming part of it, you guys, this is the part that just does not work for me. In fact, I don't think you'll be able to see it on camera, but you can see the SPF like filling in my pores, and not in a good way. I do go over top with my usual powder foundation routine. So I put my base powder down, my translucent setting powder, then I go in with my Laura Geller Balance and Brighten, and sometimes I'll even do like the Kosas Cloud Set powder over top. I didn't do that today, and you can tell I'm a little shiny. It's also a little later in the afternoon. It's already 1:03, so my makeup has been on for a few hours now, so I'm starting to see a little bit of that breakthrough shine up here. I noticed that the shine comes through a little faster when I'm wearing makeup with this formula, but also the fact that it looks like I have SPF in my pores, which, because I do such a good job keeping my pores clean, BHA is a huge part of my routine, and I have to really stay on top of it. But because of that, my pores they're pretty empty of other things like sebaceous filaments, blackheads. I don't have that kind of stuff right now, but the SPF just kind of sits in the pore, and you can just tell that it's there. It doesn't play well with my powder foundation. That being said, I don't know how it would do with a liquid. It might be a little bit better, but for me, with the powder foundation, which is what I use exclusively, it just isn't the best fit. But when I wear this on its own, in fact, I wore this to the pool a couple times in the last couple of weeks. I don't typically get into the water. I certainly don't dunk my head underwater. I have a major fear of water, you guys. It's a big issue. I know it's ridiculous. I'm 42. I never really learned how to swim, and I get claustrophobic in the water. It bugs me. So I am not that girl, but I do get in sometimes, and just, we'll play around in the shallow end with Stella, because you gotta spend time with your kids. And she happens to love the water. Of course she does. She did not inherit my fear. She got my husband's love of the water. So I'm glad. I think that's amazing. And she knows how to swim at 9. Good for her. But when I wore it in the water, I definitely felt like my face was fully protected. It looks beautiful on my skin when I don't put makeup on over top. When I put the makeup on over top, you can definitely tell that there is something that is in my pores. It just looks like I'm wearing a primer that doesn't work super well with the makeup that I'm trying to pair it with. That's the look that I get. So for me, it's a little less than ideal for everyday use, because as you guys know, I am feeling a little extra in my life, and I do put makeup on every single day, whether I leave the house or not. So what I'm gonna do with this is, 1, save it for the pool days, and 2, also use it on places like my neck and my chest, because I do really like the feel of it. Despite all the silicones, it doesn't necessarily feel heavy on the skin. It just doesn't look great up here. So, but the feel of it, I think, is really nice. The oil breaks through. You can see it's starting to break through up here. I'm getting a little shiny in the old forehead department. I'm still okay with that, because I can kind of like blot it a little bit. But as far as repurchasing this, I don't know that I personally would, but I don't want to scare you guys off from purchasing it, because I do think it's really great. It doesn't feel like it clogs my pores. It is great in the water, like I said, and it provides wonderful protection without making me break out or irritating my skin in any kind of way. So for me, I'll finish this on the rare days that I am not wearing makeup, or I will finish it on my neck and my chest, where I also really like the look and feel of it. I will certainly finish it. I'm not averse to trying other SPFs from MDSolarSciences. I just think that this one right here doesn't pair well with the makeup that I love to wear. So because of that, it gets 1 thumb up. I'd love to give it 2 thumbs up, but because it doesn't wear well with the makeup, I can't do that. Let me know if you have tried anything from MDSolarSciences. What are your thoughts? What are your experiences? Also, let me know your skin type, because I do think that that makes a big difference. So just because this wasn't the perfect product for me doesn't mean it won't necessarily be for you. So make sure you check out the comments section and see if there's anybody else that reports their experiences. And you can kind of maybe base your decision on whether to purchase it or not off of that. I will put a link in the description box down below if you're interested in reading up more about it. A big thanks to MDSolarSciences for sending this out. It was a pleasure to test it out, and I really appreciate it. All right, guys, let me know if you have any other questions. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Toodaloo.